Yo, what is going on, everybody? This is 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio. And as you know, my name is RockyRoad313, if you already didn't know that. And next to me is on the ones and twos, Tempo Beats. And you're listening to 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio. We just want to thank you for continuing your support. Just continue to show some love to the radio station that we got for you guys, for you listener that's out there listening to us. Thank you so much for continuous support, and you may continue to listen to us, and we will have just an awesome show. We got a great show for you guys today, kicking off Hispanic Heritage Month. As you know, I'm wearing this awesome t-shirt, LWO, Latino World Order. If you guys are wrestling fans, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, well, just YouTube it and you'll see what I'm talking about. So kicking off Hispanic Heritage Month, we're going to be talking about, an honorary Latino we can talk about. We're also going to have some dope music, new artists that plugged in and tapped in and just gave us their music, their submissions. Thank you so much for continuing your support and continuing sending over your music. Don't forget to keep sending over music and recommend somebody to send over their music. So thank you so much to all the artists tapping in and just continuing their support. We're also going to talk about a debate. We're going to have a debate. What are we talking about? Well, you'll listen to it later. And we're also going to talk news. We're going to talk weather. And yeah, we're just happy to have you guys listening. Once again, this is 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio. And we're kicking things off with Nicole by SwZee.
No, Nicole, get your ass in here. All that bullshit. Yeah, you on that bullshit. Nicole, she a certified freak. She a typhoon bitch who get murdered on this beat. She said, I screw you, cause you screw me. Get the bag, now relax, bet she heard about me. Nicole, she a certified freak. She a typhoon bitch who get murdered on this beat. She said, I screw you, cause you screw me. Get the bag, now relax, bet she heard about me. I ain't even gonna lie, I fell in love once. Bitch kept playing me bad, that's why I fuck her. Bitch kept making me mad, that's why I ran her. Getting all this paper and clad, that's how I came up. You mad at me now and it's for nothing. I be in the kitchen getting down, cooking supper. You be in the bedroom crying, write down numbers. Fucking with them niggas you calling your cousins. You a bitch roll lie, you're telling stories. Walking in the face of God like it's a glory. Telling me you're doing these things cause you're so boring. You switched up my script, now you sung my battleship. For real. Nicole, she a certified freak. She a typhoon bitch who get murdered on this beat. She said, I screw you, cause you screw me. Get the bag, now relax, bet she heard about me. Nicole, she a certified freak. She a typhoon bitch who get murdered on this beat. She said, I screw you, cause you screw me. Get the bag, now relax, bet she heard about me. Cruising through my city with my get money chain on. Telling them hoes that it's always get money first. You spoil them now, they gon' throw it in the dirt. She show ass out, that's how I knew she had no work. Now you seen it, didn't believe in catching bitches, call them out, eating all the child like a dog. This not a waffle, making bad decisions, keep it grand. This what I'm talking about, spending all the screen on this road, ain't shit to talk about. She said she on the way, but I sit up straight, even though she was my little babe. Move at my own pace, move her out the way, money is my babe, now she looking crazy. Nicole, she a certified freak, she a typhoon bitch who get murdered on this beat. She said, I screw you, cause you screw me. Get the bag, now relax, bet she heard about me. Nicole, she a certified freak. She a typhoon bitch who get murdered on this beat. She said, I screw you, cause you screw me. Get the bag, now relax, bet she heard about me. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, that was Nicole by King SwZee. And coming up next, we have another artist that just tapped in. I was so excited for this new song that he dropped. And coming up is Cage by 12 Quetzal.
12 Quetzal. Wait. Stop. Hold up. Do you hear that?
Move for rest.
We all know that politics are more than just opinions. It's how you view the world and all the people in it. Who should be the leader and what's the best religion? Opinions are neither. It's not the definition. It's not like deciding between chocolate and vanilla. Common comedy or thriller, Heineken or Miller, cause those are all debatable. The answer could be either. Your vote is interchangeable. If that is what you're feeling, you can even be the middle ground and like them both the same. Remain on the fence, decide what road to take. You can even turn around if your mind is gonna change. Take you a rest and try another day. But these are people's lives that we're talking about. You need to free your mind cause it's crawling around in the sludge and the filth that your thoughts manifest. You gotta summon the will to just call out the mess that you started in your brain. That arsenal of pain that sparked into a flame. It's harder to engage when your heart is filled with rage and you don't channel it correctly. Man, this shit is dead. Man, this shit is dead.
Do you hear that? Yes, that sound in the trees. Do you hear that? That is the sound of the ghetto. Do you hear that? Yes, that sound in the trees. Do you hear that? That is the sound of the ghetto.
We're not as strong with you acting like children. Remember Charlottesville when the Capitol building? If Black Lives Matter ever tried that shit, they get fired with cannons and they die mad quick. Proud Boys and Nazis can run a fucking muck, but a black kid in the park can't play with a toy gun. How about the Standing Rock Dakota access pipeline? The protesters got shot on the land they had for lifetimes. And what about the little children that are in the cages? They were stolen from their parents, didn't matter what their age was. I can go on and give you many more examples how the POC, the women, and the LGBT family have been standing to oppression. We're passing you the message that your attitude's pathetic, devil's advocate intentions. Now your peoples get arrested. You crying out for unity, you don't get to play the card denied to our community.
Do you hear that? Yes, that sound in the trees. Do you hear that? That is the sound of the ghetto. Do you hear that? Yes, that sound in the trees. Do you hear that? That is the sound of the ghetto.
If you're not willing to entertain a thought, you're killing the very nature of mind expansion, evolution. I'm just mad we never use it to our advantage, cause the true understanding is that the universe is bigger than this blue fucking planet. Fucking planet, fucking planet, fucking planet.
Dope, dope, dope. That was Cage by Dose Quetzal. And man, what a dope track, Dose, man. Man, when you released this song, it was just dope. It was fire. And yeah, well, not much more to say. Let's continue with more music. Next up, we have T Todd, and this is called Taxin'.
I'm taxing. I'm taxing. 10 francs, take the money in the bag. You can find me where the bag is. Good vibes only, but we ready for that action. If you don't got the money, then don't come around asking. You better get hit, little niggas, I'm taxing. Niggas, I'm taxing, taxing, taxing. Bitches, I'm taxing, taxing, taxing. If you don't got the money, don't come around asking. You better get hit, little bitches, I'm taxing. I ain't into acting. If I don't like you, then I'm taxing. It's either that or shit ain't really cracking. I don't do credit, need the whole thing, not a fraction. The thing got the cheddar, send them packing. These niggas cheap as dirt, that's why I tell you know your worth. And never let a broke bitch come and hold your worth. Cause if they got it, then you know they gon' pay that shit. And if they don't, then you know they gotta hate on it. Asking why you so expensive, but what do you mean? To the $1 billion man, my shit way too cheap. I got $1 million plan, I'm just way too geek. I even had to text granny cause the sauce ain't the money. Hell no. You can find me where the bag is. Good vibes only, but we ready for that action. If you don't got the money, then don't come around asking. You better get hit, little niggas, I'm taxing. Niggas, I'm taxing, taxing, taxing. Bitches, I'm taxing, taxing, taxing. If you don't got the money, don't come around asking. You better get hit, little bitches, I'm taxing. I'm only in to get money, all that other shit irrelevant. Say you really want it, but your actually looking hesitant. Baby, I'm a star, how I'm shining ain't the evidence. To play me like a broke is an insult to my intelligence. If I'm going broke, then the tax about to fix it. Don't care if it's your birthday, I'll tax you if it's Christmas. Yeah, it's so bad, probably why they say I'm gifted. Always asking for a deal, but I always never miss it. Baby mama hit me up, cause she know I like a freak. Saying that she need it, told me pull up on the street. Asking if she give me head, cause she get it for the free. But I made her pay double, cause her head game is sweet. Hell no, you can find me where the bag is. Good vibes only, but we ready for that action. If you don't got the money, then don't come around asking. You better get hit, little niggas, I'm taxing. Niggas, I'm taxing, taxing, taxing. Bitches, I'm taxing, taxing, taxing. If you don't got the money, don't come around acting. You better get hit, little bitches, I'm taxing. If the money in the bag, you can find me where the bag is. Good vibes only, but we ready for that action. If you don't got the money, then don't come around acting. You better get hit, little niggas, I'm taxing. Niggas, I'm taxing, taxing, taxing. Bitches, I'm taxing, taxing, taxing. If you don't got the money, don't come around acting. You better get hit, little bitches, I'm taxing.
Yes, sir. That was T-Ty with Taxin'. And right now we're going to take a little break and we're going to go into a segment called Quote of the Day. And what we're going to be talking about something is, Z, as you know, a couple weeks ago or even like over the past month or whatever, we've been seeing on TikTok and all over our social media, whether it's Facebook or YouTube or whatever, we've been seeing something called the Crate Challenge. And I don't know about that. I don't know. Honestly, I think Snoop said it better. And it was kind of harsh. And I don't know if I have to agree wholeheartedly with him. But what people need to be more concerned about is not COVID, but the Crate Challenge. Because there's going to be a lot of people just causing all types of chaos. I mean, I don't know what you think about that whole Crate Challenge. It's just, to me, I think it's kind of dumb. It's just for clout, to be honest. I don't know what people are trying to gain with the whole Crate Challenge. But what are your thoughts, man?
Yeah, that was just, I believe that's something that just somebody put together to kind of make some money out of it, make some funnies out of it, kind of like what you said, clout. I didn't really, the way I see it is, they want to watch you get to your highest just to see you fall. Mm-hmm. From that height, sometimes they'll watch you, work your ass off to get to that point, and then they'll pray and wait and hope that you fall from that point. So that's why I kind of I've seen that, whole analogy thing the same way. I was like, that's, you're being made fun of at that point. Mm-hmm. Like, why even? It's pointless. I didn't like it.
Yeah, no, for sure. And so the quote of the day comes from this Instagrammer. His name was Montana of 300, and I think he put it like on point, spot on. Speaking facts, how people would say it. And he mentioned about the Crate Challenge, and I kind of have to agree with him. Everything he said about the Crate Challenge was just very interesting, and the way Z just said it, it makes a lot of sense. And what he said, and I quote, it says, "As funny as all these videos are, this challenge should be a lesson to all. It is also the equivalent to people trying to make it to the top in this walk of life, and how the world will laugh at you for trying and falling. Ready to congratulate if you actually make it, but you'd be surprised at how many of those same people giving you props honestly wanted to see you fall just to satisfy their soul and feed their desires to laugh. Your success is never more important than their entertainment. Just remember that." So I would have to really, really agree with that. Just like, Tempo said, we could make it to the top, but how many of those people are actually going to be, cheering for you to make it to the top and actually be successful, where there's people just waiting for you to fall, ready for you to make your first mistake and just fail. Like, you don't know how many people that so-called want to congratulate you and want to hype you up are ready to see you fall and ready to fail. So just keep that in mind. That is the quote of the day. We'll continue to, just share more of these in the next coming weeks. Hopefully we can make it a successful, segment continuously on the show. With that being said, let's continue with more music. And coming up, we have Born Bishop, and this is called Thankful.
DJ Payne 1.
Yeah. Thankful. Sometimes you just got to be thankful. Thankful. Sometimes you just got to be thankful.
Born Bishop. What's up? If it wasn't for the man upstairs, I wouldn't have made it. Yeah. I'm glad that I changed my life, I upgraded. Yeah. Traps that I've been in, walked out, I made it. Yeah. Snares I done been in, walked out unscathed in. No time for playing. Nah. Every single fraction goes in for thank you. Yeah. Giving up praise, thinking, running my mind, thinking, long as I'm not sinking.
Gotta keep your eyes on the main goal. Yeah. You can do anything that you aim for. Yeah. All of these things in your reach, shawty. Yeah. Spud Webb get the dunking on the lead, shawty. I was last, now I'm leader of the team, shawty. Yeah. I forgive you, but you can't do nothing for me. Yeah. Watch me do my Carmelo breaking ankles. Woo. Yeah, I'm so thankful.
Sometimes you just got to be thankful.
I'm so thankful, you know.
Thankful. Sometimes you just got to be thankful.
Yeah. Through it all, man, you gotta be wise. A lot of people don't wanna see you rise. Don't listen to them, just look into their eyes. And you will see that you the one that they despise and evil that they prize. So be careful how and who you associate. They start to retaliate off of resignate. The good in your life to this present day. But keep on living that until you go away. And when you gone, watch it linger. Stay afloat, just like the note from an ill singer. Can't nobody stop this what God give. And somehow the power flow, it is positive. When they hear this, they give emojis. With the praying hands to show they all know me. And then I put my hands together to show God I love him. And I won't change ever, I'm thankful. Thankful. Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to be thankful.
Shout out to Born Bishop.
Sometimes you just got to be thankful.
Yes, sir. That was Thankful by Born Bishop. We're going to keep it going. We're going to change the tempo, no pun intended. This is No Llames by Los de la Nueva Herencia.
Slap that shit, compa Jeff. Me prendo un gallo pa' quemar tu recuerdo. Antes me importabas, pero ahora estoy mejor. Ya no me llames preguntando cómo estoy, porque no te va a gustar lo que ahorita hago yo. Pues ya tengo de a dos que me lo hacen mejor. Pero sí estoy puesto si quieres un buen rato. No digas que quieres una relación. Antes yo quise pero ya no. Me encanta la vida soltero. Yo antes a ti te daba de todo. Baby, ya eres el pasado. Sigo mi camino contento. Ya no llames. Somos la nueva herencia. Compa Tony, compa Mauri, jalados viejos. Besos, rosas y más, eso te entregaba. Y tú no valoraste mi tiempo y caricias. Tus amigas dicen que no era nada bien, pero son las primeras que llegan a mi DM. You told me through the phone that you wanted to be alone. So don't be calling me diciendo que ya regresé. Ya no busco esas cosas del amor. Todas nomás quieren dinero y yo prefiero colectarlo. Me despido con mis rolas tocando, escuchando la de Sin Frenos. Ya no llames, no te contesto.
Yeah, shout out to Los de la Nueva Herencia with that dope track, No Llames. Just one of those, corrido artists that we have on the show. And let's continue with a new artist that tapped in and sent in their music submission. This is Bulldog with Karma.
Acciones causan diferencias. Las acciones son tus pertenencias. No hay diferencia sin escapar de consecuencias sobre las acciones. No hay. No hay.
No tengo lana, no tengo cama, no tengo dama, no tengo calma. Se me hace que es mujer este maldito karma. Le gusta estar a mi lado, de mí no se ha alejado, maldita karma. He pagado lo que he hecho, me has herido hasta el fondo de mi pecho. Aunque diario ganas le echo, he aprendido a vivir sin despechos. Mi única ilusión que ella vuelva a dormir en mi pecho. Pero qué más se le hace, tengo que seguir en avance. Demostrarlo cabrón, aunque no fui bueno en clase. Pero pongo un ella en la base, a varios el culo se les deshace. Cuando el perro empieza en enlace, dicen bulldog no la hace. No trae barras, no trae frases, no entra en fase. Como diría mi homie Camacho, pues véngase mi parce. Hey, hey, no quiero ser chingón, solo quiero ser cabrón. Me he fortalecido con cada tropezón que la vida me dejó. Rodeado de tanto pendejo que se dice ser amigo y te da el bajón. Otros presumiendo la cura los cacha y uno es el rajón, por favor. Maldita karma, compra un ticket a la chingada. Me cansé de tanta mamada. No hay lana, no hay cama, no hay dama, no hay calma. Menos amigos, más enemigos. Más desamor, pues el corazón se desabrigo. Date cuenta, ya no quiero estar más contigo. Karma, aléjate de mi camino. Te aferras a abrazarme, no me dejas levantarme. Tanta shit, no puedo concentrarme. Has de querer de un puente unas vías aventarme, en verdad. Si mi vida es un sueño en realidad, si mi vida es un sueño en realidad, si mi vida es un sueño en realidad. No tengo lana, no tengo cama, no tengo dama, no tengo calma. Se me hace que es mujer este maldito karma. Le gusta estar a mi lado, de mí no se ha alejado, maldita karma. No tengo lana, no tengo cama, no tengo dama, no tengo calma. Se me hace que es mujer este maldito karma. Le gusta estar a mi lado, de mí no se ha alejado, maldita karma. De mí no se ha alejado, maldita karma.
¿Qué les da el derecho de decir si mi trabajo está bien o está mal hecho? De hecho, los hechos lo demuestran. La flecha está en tu pecho, el gancho en tu costado. Cada letra que he grabado a mi garganta le ha costado. ¿Y qué les falta para criticarme? Si cada verso que yo he escrito ha sido para levantarme. Con rima de la fina que lleva mi firma, MC de plastilina. El sano te denomina pirómano que te quema, que de más de lo que espero en este tema. Date cuenta que prefiero una dama que me quiera por mi gorda silueta que por lo gordo de mi cuenta. Vuelta da el destino, la bala que disparas la toparás en tu camino. Si no estás preparado, no podrás esquivarla. El karma es una dama cargando puras dagas que regresan como un boomerang. Vayas donde vayas, siempre te alcanzarán. Pero debes entender que los malos momentos siempre te harán crecer. A veces ganas algo cuando aprendes a perder. A no ser un ser, no. Abre los ojos bien, nunca falta quien te apunte con su dedo. Puedo fundirme con la base, nunca falta un imbécil creyéndose un gigante. Cuando el karma te alcance, solo calle y aguante, que todo es temporal. Puede ser un Messi y fallar el penal. Ya, es el Sanoer y el Bulldog moviendo los hilos de esta instrumental, tan solo con esta cuerda vocal.
Yeah, that was Bulldog with Karma. Shout out to Chi-Town, Chicago. We in the building, sharing your music. Thank you for all the Chi-Town artists that continue to plug in and just tap in and submit their music submissions. Thank you so much. We continue to show some love all over the Midwest, not just in Southwest, not just Detroit in general, but all the artists that want to have their music submitted. Just continue to send it over. So shout out to Chicago. Shout out to Chi-Town. Thank you for plugging in. We're going to take a little break from music right now. We're going to a little bit of news report. For those of you that are traveling, from work to work, wherever you're going, just I-75 right now is just packed with semi-trucks. I got stuck in traffic earlier today. So just be on the lookout. 75 North near the Ambassador Bridge. There is a pileup of semi-trucks. So if you're driving on that direction in that area, just look out for heavy traffic. Moving on Sunday, we mentioned the fact that there was an underground explosion by 4th Street and Dearborn Street in Southwest that just completely erupted underneath. It made the road just look terrifying. There's a building that was kind of collapsed. Today, it was reported that crews demolished the building that was damaged by the underground issue, and it's just very unfortunate, especially for the owners that were owners of that building. I know it sucks. I know it's a very unfortunate situation, something that you work for, that you just put your whole life and dedication to. It's very unfortunate to see that just collapse. So very unfortunate news. It took crews about an hour to break it all down. The structure had not only risen from the ground, but was also unstable and leaning forward. So some employees from the dispensary felt compelled to stop by. They said, "We kind of needed to come and say our last goodbye after just months and months of work, spending time with our crews and patients. That was the last moment." So it sucks. Like I said, very unfortunate, having to say goodbye to something that you worked your butt off for. Also, in other news, something that, we're going to put politics aside. We're going to put all that stuff aside. There's new reports for COVID-19, 6,604 confirmed new cases, 44 deaths over a 2-day period. Now, something that you guys might not know, I know Z's already aware, I actually lost my grandmother just a few weeks ago due to COVID-19. It wasn't just, because of COVID-19, that's it, she passed. No, it was because of COVID-19 that she was unable to stay physically healthy, and she spent 2 weeks in the hospital, and it was very unfortunate. She ended up passing away. So for me, COVID-19 is a very sensitive topic. For those of you who are not, like I said, put politics aside, the overall number of Michigan cases has reached over 983,000, and the number of deaths totaled to over 20,500. So the deaths announced today include 41 deaths identified during a vital records review. Michigan reports, coronavirus numbers on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday as, the surge in cases continue. So as we all say, just take all the proper precautions, practice social distancing, wear your mask if you have to. I know there's a lot of Karens out there who don't want to wear their mask, but, it's necessary. If you haven't been vaccinated, go ahead and do it. And like I said, it's up to you. It's you who have the say in this. It's your choice. And let's just continue to stop the spread of COVID-19. So with that being said, that is a little bit of the news report brought to you by RockyRoad313. And we continue with some more bangers. Coming up next, we have an artist from home, from Southwest. And shout out to this cat representing Nuevo Leon. This is Pablo Pleasure with Happen.
I got some old homies who still out here trapping. Got some young dogs who just started rapping. Got some old hoes who still steady capping. Be the same ones talking down on you who never made it out. I'm in a little white hood where my gang live, the KKK. They want us out of here, but dog, I think we came to stay. They want us gone, they damn near out of yelling on delay. But throw some dollars at the border, they like boss and lay. Big E's, that's for life, what you talking about? Same ones talking shit, getting chalked out. Stop fucking with them bitches that ain't got shit. Shit down my leg, I walk it like I talk it. Same ones talking shit, be tryna dick suck. Same ones hating mad cause they bitch fuck. Can't sip lean, baby, I'm a pothead. If I ain't smoking, I'm already hiding. Holding on my own, was too broke for a feature. Tryna make it out, just talk shit to my teachers. Them boys pussy and they talking like these bitches do. Yeah, I'm ballin' in Detroit, I'm a Piston too. I got some old homies who still out here trapping. Got some young dogs who just started rapping. Got some old hoes who still steady capping. Be the same ones talking down on you who never made it happen, yeah.
Yeah, that was Happen by Pablo Pleasure, and we're gonna keep it going with another Chi-Town artist. This time it's Swan Solo, and this is I Do What I Want.
Yeah. Swan Solo, Southside Chicago. I get the money, I do what I want, haters be hating, I know what they own. I get the money, I do what I want, haters be hating, I know what they own. I get the money, I do what I want, haters be hating, I know what they own. I get the money, I do what I want, haters be hating, I know what they own. I get the money, I do what I want. Haters be hating, I know what they own. Never lay back with my hand on my chrome. Ain't fucking with you, but I'm holding my own. Ready is on like Donkey Kong. We flexing, we strong, we getting that dough. Selling the kush away from the cops, no worries, we in the zone. We hella blowing that smoke, they make you choke. Never go broke, 100% or nothing at all. We make it rain, we make it snow. Me and the homies ain't fucking with y'all, so act like you know. We're getting that money, blunt in my hand, I take a toke. The money's all I know. I'm selling that cushion, traffic that coke in real time. Before I go home, before my cover gets blown in South Chicago, anything goes. I'm out here, I'm gone, I'm high on that kush. Always lit, I'm always on the wind. This city's where I'm from. I'm Michael Jordan, fuck LeBron. I get the money, I do what I want, haters be hating, I know what they own. I get the money, I do what I want, haters be hating, I know what they own. I get the money, I do what I want, haters be hating, I know what they own. I get the money, I do what I want, haters be hating, I know what they own. I'm getting money, making it drop, driving away from the cops. I'm staying on top and I ain't gonna stop. I'm getting money and I do what I want. I get the money, I do what I want. I'm getting money and I do what I want. I get the money, I do what I want. I'm getting money, I do what I want. I'm flipping them all. They acting too tough, they running their mouth. They talk to the cops, they tricking off. This is getting rough. Despite a trap, I'm holding a pulse, I'm paying the cost, so I'm solo, of course. I'm up with the most, I'm painting the time with a couple of hoes. Everyone knows I'm lit, I'm having fun, I'm getting drunk, I'm sniffing coke. I'm praying to never go broke. This South Chicago, this ain't no lie, this ain't no joke. I'm ready to ride, ready to go, with no second thoughts, I'm in the zone, my mind is blown. South Chicago, forever my home. Drugs, money and power, mucho dinero, me and the homies in this together. Forever we grinding, forever we getting that paper. Forever we rising, it's hypnotizing the head, it's starting to realize. The more you see me, the more you like it. Hell yeah, they talking about it. I'm getting that money, puro desmadre, I do what I want, I'm in love with the money. I'm in love with the money. Hell yeah, they talking about it. I'm getting that money, puro desmadre, I do what I want, I'm in love with the money. I'm in love with the money. I get the money, I do what I want, haters be hating, I know what they own. I get the money, I do what I want, haters be hating, I know what they own. I get the money, I do what I want, haters be hating.
Yeah, shout out to Chi-Town with that dope track, Swan Solo representing with I Do What I Want. And we're going to keep it going. Coming up next is Vincier, and this song is called Cubata.
To the victor belongs the spoils.
Vincier!
Cubata. Haters quiet, pin drops to a wind chime. Riot with the jackknife, strikes to the windpipe. Cola ice cold on the rocks with the gin spike that hits right quicker than a flick of these dim lights. Cubata flow, stream slow, minutes after midnight. You gotta know it's hot on the stove with this exquisite vibe. Rappers want a piece of this heat. They come and get a slice. The shoes fit to take 2 pairs. You can get it twice. Smoking on this ooze pan, tropical gelato. Awoken up to good news, aloud as the bravado. Milf like a model, avocado, eat the taco. Thick thighs, innocent eyes, she like a flaco.
Vincier, check
I
it.
make my recital. No invaders to my shuttle. Did away with the entitled. Assumptions, exceptions, and expectations. Those 3 words will kill you. Your kindness, they'll take it. Stronger than a dab hit. Part of me is vacant. People talking mad shit, they must have me mistaken. They underestimate me for the challenges I'm facing. Blood, sweat, and gallons of tears, but I've embraced it. So close, I can feel it, I can taste it. My 20s went to waste, now I'm feeling like I'm ageless. A sage on the beat, 10 years, come and taste this. The recipe has changed, but the rest of you, same shit. Just a different day and age, let the rage hit. Better ways, a better day is what the aim is. Rasheed Wallace, guarantee it, Joe Namath. Cubata.
Superior Reserve.
Yo, my bad. That was my fault. The Hispanic in me came out. But that was Cubata by Vincier. If you're all about supporting your artists, just like we are here at 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio, we're always showing support, always showing some love. If you feel like supporting and showing some love, well, coming up events, we have some events happening this week and this weekend. First of all, we have tomorrow, September 16th, representing Dia de la Independencia, Mexican Independence Day, an artist that has been played on the station, and you'll hear from them later today, is none other than Victorino. Victorino will be performing live at the Fantasma Market and Cafe. The times are between 5 to 9 p.m., so if you want to support the boy, Victorino, go ahead and support him tomorrow, September 16th. That is at the Fantasma Market and Cafe from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Also happening this weekend, September 18th, that's Saturday, Chicano Fest. That's going to be an all-day event. It's going to be from 12 noon to 12 midnight, and it's going to be at the Michigan Squeeze Station. Come support your local talent, also including artists that have been featured on the station, like Sombra and like Pablo Pleasure. So if you want to support them, go ahead. September 18th, Chicano Fest this is an all-day event. Chicano Fest, 12 noon to 12 midnight. There's going to be food. There's going to be lucha libre. There's going to be just all types of fun for the family and also the artists that will be performing, and just go ahead and support them. This is September 18th, this Saturday. And also this Sunday, Detroit Southwest Pride will be having a backpack drive and resource fair this Sunday, September 19th from 2 to 4 p.m. And this is in Boyer Park. I think I'm saying that right. In Boyer Park in Southwest. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's the park right behind Burger King on Verner. So if you want to go out there and support them, feel free to do so. Go ahead on to show some love. And we're going to keep this going with some more music. Coming up, we have Oxys, and this song is called Pa Ti.
Bebé, me tienes loco por probar. Lejos de aquí yo te voy a llevar, yeah. Olvida todo lo que vayan a hablar. La gente siempre van a comentar, yeah. Pero eso no te debe de parar. Bebé, tan solo déjate llevar. Oh yeah, yeah. Y ya tú lo verás, que baby no soy como los demás. Tan solo dime si tú eres capaz de dejar todo atrás. No sé, bebé, tú eres la que sabrás. Si olvidar el pasado tú podrás. Es que baby quiero hacerte sentir como nunca te han hecho sentir. Yo sé que te hicieron daño, baby. Conmigo no te vas a arrepentir. Hoy contigo me voy hoy. No importa lo que pase, pa' ti es que yo soy. Hoy contigo me voy hoy. Tú sabes que eres mía y sabes lo que doy. Bebé, tú eres mía y eso ya lo sabes. pégate a mi piel que ya tú me tienes grave. De tu corazón yo quiero tener la llave. Entrégate, baby, antes que el mundo se acabe. Tú sabes que yo nací para ti y yo sé que tú naciste para mí. Si me sigues yo te voy a seguir y tu fantasía voy a cumplir. Yeah, que te tengo ganas desde hace meses. Ven, pégate a mi piel, que quiero que me beses. Que te arrodilles, pero no es pa' que tú reces. Quitándote la ropa, yo sé que te enloquece. Quiero meterte como Cristiano, mete un gol. Chingándote en mi cama, haciendo el amor. Pa' fumar, baby, yo tengo cada sabor. Y pa'l bobo que te ronque, yo tengo un tambor. Me voy hoy, no importa lo que pase, pa' ti es que yo soy. Hoy contigo me voy hoy. Tú sabes que eres mía y sabes lo que doy. Yeah. Me voy hoy, no importa lo que pase, pa' ti es que yo soy. Hoy contigo me voy hoy. Tú sabes que eres mía y sabes lo que doy. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Apocalipsis, dímelo magic. Dímelo magic. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Shout out to that boy Oxys with that dope track, Pa Ti. We're going to keep it moving with a young artist, one of the youngest artists we have on our playlist. This is OTM Baby Matt with Trippin'.
Yeah, I'm tripping, bitch. OTM. Yeah. 100 to the grave, might just get that shit tatted. Free my little brother out that box till it's backwards. I ain't even gotta use my hands, I'm in this bitch snapping. Beat like some good ass food, cause this bitch smacking. Yeah, boy, I'm in this bitch tripping. Got her pussy wet as hell. I'm in that shit slipping. Wrap it up before I put it in, cause I'm really gifted. Dog said he's solid as a Rocky, ain't that bitch snitching. Yeah, I'm on that one shit, I ain't acting stupid, I'm just really going dumb, bitch. I love the chicken and the bread, call it dumplings. Got these bitches screaming out my name like they coming. Hey, I'm on bullshit, nickname your bitch Boppy, cause she pulled dick. 3 bitches on me right now, I got mule kick. But I ain't even fucking with these hoes, they just make me sick. I know this rap shit gon' work, it's gon' make me rich. Bro got that loud pack, shit'll make you flip. I ain't talking flip flop, shit'll make you trip. Bitch, fuck a birthday, how I'm getting lit. How I'm going on this bitch, got me feeling crazy. Got high as fuck last night, I'm in the morning lazy. Fuck my bitch last night, I'm like a morning baby. I'm 15, keep doubting I'm a fucking make. I say that shit again, boy, keep looking at the ground, do not lift your chin. Goodwood got some kick. Called Jackie Chan, they thought I was done with the music, I came back again. Hey, I came back for more. Every time we heard somebody knocking, cops at the door. Cuz said he bout to come and get me, said we bout to smoke. Getting wavy on this bitch, like I'm on a boat. Put a fan in this bitch, cause it's getting hot. Starting to feel like Cash Kid. Where the fuck my socks? Prostitutes and crackheads. Fill the whole block, boy, stop acting like you with it, cause I know you not. OTN, fuck is y'all talking about? Bitch, I'm tripping, still tripping.
Alright, I'm gonna be home soon, my nigga. I'll be home 6 months. Going for 6 months, I'm coming out.
Yeah, that was OTM Baby Matt with Trippin'. We're gonna keep it moving. Next up, we have the Gutter Boys, and this is Pull Up.
Walked in the club, bout to pull up. Hopped out the whip, left the dough up. And see me in the hood, throw the foes up. Boy, stop blind, y'all don't know us. Walked in the club, bout to pull up. Hopped out the whip, left the dough up. They see us in the hood, throw the foes up. Boy, stop blind, y'all don't know us. Boy, stop capping, grab a bag. Before I put my hitters on your ass. My trigger finger itching, so it's bad. About to leave him dead in the grass. If you see me pop the trunk, shut the fuck up. Then get your ass low, cause I'ma cut up. Her man's talking crazy like, what up? Now he in the morning cause he jumped off on God. I set this motherfucker off, yo squad. Everybody in that bitch soft facade. We're not from the same cloth. I send 100 shots off the whip. Fuck you thought they call me gutter. Always on some bullshit, shorty ain't no other. Fucking up the club in the check with no rubber. Stay
the strip with my shotters. Say the wrong thing and get shot up. I don't even drink, but order me a bottle. I love me some strippers, fuck a model. Throw some ones, cause I got it, I'm just spending up my profit. I'll take your hoe when I won't pay no deposit. How much for the pussy? Well, I ain't paying nada. I'll pay you to leave, stay the fuck off my wallet. Got the boys in mafia, we're a crime family. Time is money, so I gotta get it rapidly. My bitch stays mad at me, cause these hoes after me. I ain't no rap, but I'm trying to get this bag of cheese. Watch out for the intruders, they could be some shooters. I'll send you boys to the church, nigga, hallelujah. Don't talk if it ain't about the moolah. Do get her getting chula, I'ma fuck her when I scoop her. Drop her off deuces, she sucked up my fluids. She's a nuisance, but I treat her real ruthless. Make her take 20 shots all back to back. Got her drunk, now she like stretched like a Cadillac,
Walked in the club, bout to pull up. Hopped off the whip, left the dough up. And see me in the hood, throw the foes up. Boy, stop lying, y'all know us. Walked in the club, bout to pull up. Hopped off the whip, left the dough up. They see us in the hood, throw the foes up. Boy, stop lying, y'all know us.
Yeah, shout out to them Gutter Boys with that dope track, Pull Up. And if you're an artist and you're looking to have your music played, I know that you can go to, media platforms, digital platforms, and submit your music and have your music played. But here at 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio, we're here to support. We're here to show some love. We're here to just have your music played on the radio station, just like it's meant to be. We support all artists. We don't discriminate whether you do rap, you could do R&B, you can do soul, you could do jazz, you could do corridos, Mexican music, whatever you have. If you want your music played, go ahead and submit it. Send it over to 31.3 urbanrhythm@gmail.com and continue to follow us, continue to like us. Go on Facebook, 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio. Go leave a like, comment, share. Just spread the word. Just spread it to all the people you know, your friends, other artists, whoever you want. Go ahead and share 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio so we can continue to just show some love, show support, and just have your music played. Also, speaking of social media, go ahead and go on our Instagram and follow us. Same handle, 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio. And just continue to show support and love. And just continue to plug in, tap in, send your music over. We want to hear it. We want to hear if you have any exclusive, you want anything to be played before you put it out there on the digital platforms, Spotify, YouTube, all that stuff. Go ahead and send it over and have it exclusively played here on 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio before it's out there for the entire world to hear. Have it played here in Southwest, in Detroit, and have it played for all those listeners just exclusively. So if you have any exclusive music that you want to share, go ahead and send it over. And this is 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio. And coming up next, we have an artist that just dropped this track literally this past weekend, and it's been on repeat. It's been on replay. This is T. Todd with Run.
You don't even speak my language, I speak profit. Roll with 2 Glocks, Jesse and James, that team rocket. I'ma boot bop, hit me a lame if he boppin'. Tell Ken it's 2 men in that thing, he still chopping. Big bank, take little bank, where your accountant. I've been climbing, trying to get to the summit of Money Mountain. Hit the club, make a wish, then I throw it, that's money fountains. Rather have it and not need it, and need it and be pounding. Where, from who, or from what, I don't give a fuck. All them boys say they do it big, we do it deluxe. That's your wife, my bad, you tripe, kissing on that slut. Yeah, you right, she be really hype, kissing on these nuts. I bet you hate me. Why? Probably cause they ain't me. It's either that or because the bag don't come in 8 these. I'm crazy. Only give a fuck about my baby and my dollars just in case you niggas try to play me. Welcome to my city, I'ma show you how it's done. I'ma talk a little shit, we gon' have a little fun. I'm all about the peace, so I don't brag about a gun, but I kill a motherfucker putting fingers on my son. Better run for it, run for it, run. When you run for it, run for the gun. So you run for it, run for we come. Better run for it, run for it, run for it. High as hell, flying through the air on some new cane shit. Some own bows when I get the bag, yo, that's insane. 57 mile coffee, middle school, we was on Cambridge. Pull up at your door with my partners like you rang, bitch. Like, motherfucker. You better not run, cause you can't hide, motherfucker. 10 frame, turkey game, we ain't no job, motherfucker. Blink them eyes and we on you like
surprise, motherfucker.
She ain't got no ass, but you like her, that's beyond me. I got a chocolate bitch, but her thighs look like Chun-Li. Fuck a sports car, yo, I really want a Humvee or a ship so I can sell the seeds for that one piece. I knew I was the shit the first time I walked in the booth, and since then every other walk-in been proof. I got the juice, and it's nothing less than the truth. I always win, cause I never learned the methods to lose. Now hold up. Welcome to my city, I'ma show you how it's done. I'ma talk a little shit, we gon' have a little fun. I'm all about the peace, so I don't brag about a gun, but I kill a motherfucker putting fingers on my son. Better run for it, run for it, run. When you run for it, run for the gun. See you run for it, run for we come. Better run for it, run for it, run. Welcome to my city, I'ma show you how it's done. I'ma talk a little shit, we gon' have a little fun. I'm all about the peace, so I don't brag about a gun, but I kill a motherfucker putting fingers on my son. Better run for it, run for it, run. When you run for it, run for the gun. See you run for it, run for we come. Better run for it, run for it, run.
Yeah, that was T-Ty with Run. And speaking of exclusives, speaking about sneak peeks and stuff like that, what better way than continue the music with this next artist who is of house, and it's none other than yours truly on the ones and twos, Tempo Beats, aka SwZee, and this song is called Switched Up, and you guys are gonna listen to it exclusively on 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio.
Switched up, I ain't never folded. Switched up, I ain't never folded. Switched up, I ain't never switched up, and that's facts. Always stayed humble and never turned my back. I ain't never folded, despite my past. I ain't never changed, I ain't switching who I am. I ain't never switched up, and that's facts. Always stayed humble and never turned my back. I ain't never folded, despite my past. I ain't never changed, I ain't switching who I am. Yeah, lost friends to these streets is defeat. Lost faith banging, so I'm saying fuck peace. Ride around town with the Cholo 6 deep. Crazy motherfucker who ain't switched up on a thing. Start about your drama, then we sliding on your shit. Pull up on your gang, we busting down them clips. Looking like corn with bananas in this bitch. Realest motherfucker, I ain't switched up on shit. Chillin' with the realest motherfuckers, they out of yo. Creeping through the night in all black, through the body, yo. Chopping got your pussies, ripping your Rosario. Talking all that smack, got me calling my Sicarios. Fuck fame, fuck guys, fuck the beef. Never switched up, and I ain't never gon' leave. Fuck around and make it off the vocals and the beats. It's DBR, baby, till I'm 60. I ain't never switched up, and that's facts. Always stayed humble and never turned my back. I ain't never folded, despite my past. I ain't never changed, I ain't switching who I am. I ain't never switched up, and that's facts. Always stayed humble and never turned my back. I ain't never folded, despite my past. I ain't never changed, I ain't switching who I am. All I ever wanna do is count bread. Put my mama in the hills with no stress. Make Pops pay back for everything he did. And make a few checks without worry for the rent. Trying to make it out while I'm loading up the lead. Got a couple demons that be speaking in my head. Scoping out the odds, so I'm trying to get ahead. Trying to make these moves while I'm hanging on the thread. Move around town with the mop and the Glock. Draco on the board and that bitch about to chop. Middle fingers up to the feds and the cops. I've been really coming in that bitch about to drop. Southwest to my death, we elite. Bitch, I ain't leaving till you take the whole team. Praying on my phone while I'm planning on a scheme. But I'm aiming down the sights of a 9mm piece. I ain't never switched up, and that's facts. Always stayed humble and never turned my back. I ain't never folded, despite my past. I ain't never changed, I ain't switching who I am. I ain't never switched up, and that's facts. Always stayed humble and never turned my back. I ain't never folded, despite my past. I ain't never changed, I ain't switching who I am. Yeah.
Yeah, you heard it first here on 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio. That was SwZee with Switched Up. And speaking of artists, as we mentioned earlier, this next artist, you will get to catch him tomorrow performing live at Fantasma Market and Cafe. Coming up is Victorino, and this is another song that's been on repeat for me. This is Vibrations.
Look, starting near the end of the 9-6. Born into the night, I've been considered an nonsense. Gotta spread my wings to stay fly for this outlet. Searching for that power, put a shock to your conscience. So watch for the caution, I ought to be honest for context. It's the rap Richie Valens. I'm pulling on these strings and then I hit you with a ballad. But I'm careful with the flow because I know we need a balance. No TJ laughing, but I'm here to bring the challenge. I came up where there's lions and tigers. Bear witness to these paws when I'm lying to strike here. Never strike out, never out of the game. Cause victory's on my mind, that's even part of my name. Hey, Obi Trice, no gimmicks. As I bring the light into light, there's no vision when you live amongst the life of the night. It's so frigid, cause I much rather rise new heights with my soul lifted. I know that you've been waiting for the day I rise above my situation of mine, but I'm caught in the storms of my life. But I'll find my vibration. I remember when my dad said you gotta be more aggressive, so I took in his words as I'm recognizing the lesson. Proceed to load on my poems and learn to use them as weapons. Get to popping off this heat, I ain't talking to Smith & Wesson. Never been the type to just gamble away my life, so you can bet it up that this world ain't a paradise. Fakes all up in your hair, I compare them to parasites that ain't never all very nice. Swear that Phil Collins can feel it calling the air tonight. Right, look, I'm not one for negativity. Sometimes I talk smack, but your hands will never get to me. You read between the lines, look, we not even in symmetry. This is so you know, though, I'm out to get the chicken like arroz con pollo. The boy, yo, has no need for the kitchen, cause this the rock that I steady be shipping. Get it? I know that you've been waiting for the day I rise above my situation of mine, but I'm caught in the storms of my life. But I'll find my vibration.
Hey Victor, this beat go Chiquita Bananas. I thought this was Carlos Santana, guitar, cigar, piano. I'm back at the Copacabana, I'm up, yeah. Yeah, I'm popping out, I want a Fanta. They couldn't pop, so they moved to Atlanta. I'm praying for managers, pray for me, Nana. They say I'm too black like the back of the hammer. They rolling up blunts in the front, getting hammered. I know that they hate me, but still I'm enamored. I'm rapping about Jesus, there's no center. I'm ha 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 ha, Feliz Navidad. They be dancing with devils like cha cha cha. I got an album that's ready to drop, talking to labels like blah blah blah. I'm like Socrates with rhyming schemes, it won't be peace till I'm deceased like easy. I got God with me, his prophecy, he promised me that he would never leave me. But it kinda bothers me, cause honestly, a lot of these MCs be cheesy. That isosceles over the eyes obsolete, we all know, believe me. All that I'm hearing is I got the drip, shut up, da 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 da, we run it up, we on the come up, put up or shut up, please don't kill my vibe. Black and brown pride relations, you don't want no problem, keep it modest, Southwest 7 miles.
But my voice was, it sounded good through the headphones, but the beat's kind of like.
Yeah, shout out to that boy Victorino. You can catch him performing live, like we mentioned, tomorrow, September 16th. That's Thursday, tomorrow, at the Fantasma Market and Cafe. From 5 to 9 p.m., Victorino will be in the house performing live. So, next up, we have a little segment we like to call The Great Debate. And no, we're not going to be talking politics. We're not going to be talking about Donald Trump. We're not going to be talking about Biden. We're not going to be talking about none of that stuff. We want to make this a little bit more entertaining for you. And what are we going to be debating tonight? Well, we're going to be debating something that is 90s. And Z and I, Tempo and I, we are 90s babies. We were born in, we were raised in, we were born in the 90s and raised in the 90s. And, you would consider us a 90s baby. So what do we got going on today? We have a debate between, we're going old school. I know it's not Thursday. I know it's not Throwback Thursday, but we can call it Way Back Wednesday because that's what we're going to be talking about. It's just way back in the 90s. I know it sounds like a long time ago, which is not. I know kids nowadays, man, I had one of my nephews tell me not too long ago that we were born in the 1900s. And I just looked and I was like, now that you put it that way, like it sounds like a century ago, and it's only been like 31 years ago.
Yeah, it's not even been, hasn't even been that long, bro. Like how, damn, now that makes me feel old. Wow. Yeah. You kids that are born in the in the 2000s, you're lucky because yeah, you got a long time before anybody can say anything like that to you.
Absolutely. It just made me feel old. I was like, man, the 1900s, like that seems like a long time ago.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm blessed to say that we're the last generation of the 1900s to be born. So let's just put that out there. So what we're going to be talking about today is the great debate between Nintendo and Sega. Now, from experience, I know both of them. I grew up on both of them. My very first console was the NES. If you kids don't know what NES is, go ahead and research that, Google that, and you can find it. But NES was perhaps one of the first Nintendo game consoles that I can think of.
Oh, what's funny is I had an NES too, but it always stayed in my parents' closet because my parents played it, and we weren't allowed to touch it. So that was like, we had one, but we didn't have one. So the very first, I think, Nintendo console that we actually got our hands on was the Super Nintendo. And that came out not too long afterwards. We played that for a little bit, and then as soon as the 64 came out, that's when we had Mario 64. That was, I don't care, that's still the best game ever created. 64 Mario 64. But Sega though. I mean,
Sega has got some good good classics. I mean, like you were talking, I think Sega is more, I would say it's more iconic because of Sonic. Sonic's the Hedgehog.
Yeah, exactly.
Like when you think of Sega, that's the very first game that you can think of, which for me, if I think of Nintendo, I think of Super Mario. And I'm talking about the Super Mario from NES where it had the duck game.
Yeah.
Shooting the ducks.
Yeah, or you were just, it was just the solid, gameplay, and it just followed your character, and just the background moved. And your character, you know what I mean? It was just, that's all I remember is jumping and all that. And breaking blocks. That's when you think of Nintendo, that's what I think of as the old school Mario and stuff. But when you think of Sega, you think of Sonic Rings, and you think of Knuckles and Tails, and you think, obviously they had some good titles back then, but Sega was Sonic and Sonic was Sega, and one goes well with the other. So when Nintendo had acquired it, it was like, I really hope they don't screw this up. I really hope they don't screw this up.
Exactly. So I mean, from experience, I mean, man, playing both of them, like I said, I remember having the very first NES, but I also remember having the Sega Genesis handheld. Like, that is old school right there. The handheld was perhaps one of the games that I played the most. I played, Sonic. I played, all types of games on there. But even like thinking about Nintendo, that quickly transitioned into having the Sega Genesis handheld to the Game Boy.
Yeah. Now, did you have the original Game Boy, or did you have the color? Because I wasn't fortunate enough to get my hands on an original Game Boy, because when I had first discovered video games, the color had just came out, and I was like, everybody was a big craze about the color, and it sucked because the color had no backlight to it. You had to buy an extra light to hook on top of it. The batteries died within 2 hours of consistent play. Like, it was a terrible console, but it was so good because it was brand new at the time. Like how you said, it went from the the Sega handheld console to the Nintendo Color or Nintendo Game Boy, and then the Color. Did you have the original one?
I actually did. I did, and I remember that iconic green screen. Like that right there. Like, to us, that was like the best graphics ever.
Yes.
Even when you think about like the very first PlayStation, or like even even Nintendo 64. Like, to us, those graphics were the best. And I just remember playing. I mean, you said that Mario 64 was perhaps the greatest game of all time.
Oh, yeah.
I would have to disagree and say that Super Smash Brothers. I feel like Super Smash Brothers was like perhaps one of the best games ever developed. Like,
now, okay, there's a debate for that one though. Which one?
I would have to stick with the classic.
The classic, because Smash was good. I liked Melee. Melee was because it came out on GameCube.
Okay, yeah.
And I think that's where Smash kind of got like it's bigger hype because when it came out on GameCube, it was like, oh man, it was a different controller, different, buttons. So it was people were intrigued, and then the console was completely a different design from anything else they had released.
Yeah.
So I think I liked Melee more than anything because just the time that it had released. I think it was perfect for that time that it came out. I think the kids, and not only that, it's because I love my mother to death. I really do. But she had bought us a GameCube for Christmas, and she got us Super Smash Bros. Melee with it. Well, we were sneaky, and we went ahead and we opened up the game, played it. Well, unlocked a couple characters and put it back into the box, wrapped it back up. Well, she had noticed one day when we were playing, like, why are you guys so ahead? You guys have only been playing this game for like 2 hours. Yeah. So she had put 2 and 2 together, like, you little. Yeah, we had ended up sneaking in there, and it was. Mom was mad at us for a long time for that.
I think that's happened to all of us. I mean, I remember opening up a Christmas gift as well, and my mom noticed because I stuck on the wrong piece of tape. And she was like, I know you've been going through the presents. Don't lie to me. So I had to clump clean and be like, hey, yeah, it was me. So I was just so anxious. I couldn't hold it back. But yeah, when we talk about the great debate, we're talking about Nintendo versus Sega. So let's put an end to this and let's go ahead and see what Tempo has to say. What would you say for you? Is it Nintendo or is it Sega?
I'm gonna have to go with Nintendo. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. As even though rest in peace Sega to the actual company, the developers are still alive. Nintendo came out on top with so much more better content, and those little Chinese guys over there know what the hell they're doing. Yeah. They know what the hell they're doing. Japanese, whatever they are. Yeah, I know, and they know what they're doing.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you and go with Nintendo. I feel like Nintendo is more iconic. I feel like Nintendo was the kind of like the start of what we have as video games today. Thanks to Nintendo, we have PlayStation and Xbox and, PC consoling and all that stuff. So I have to give it to Nintendo as well. But to you, the listener, if you disagree with us, you can go ahead and go on our Instagram, 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio, and let's settle the debate. Who is it? Is it Nintendo or is it Sega? For me, it's Nintendo. I honestly feel Nintendo had a lot of more iconic games. We had Super Mario, we had Donkey Kong, like we mentioned, Super Smash Brothers. It was just an iconic game to play. And who could ever forget? I honestly remember my first days playing Nintendo, especially on the 64Z, playing 007. To me, that was the very first Call of Duty.
Oh yeah, no. I think I would say my Call of Duty, my very first Call of Duty, would probably be the Lara Croft games for PlayStation.
Yeah.
I think those were probably the best at the time, or in the Hitman games too were pretty good.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. They're hard. There's a lot of titles that you kind of can compare to each other, but then at the same time it's kind of hard because they're iconic in its own in its own league. So
yeah. So we're gonna settle the debate. What we think here in studio is Nintendo, but like I said, you listener who's listening right now, you can go ahead and go on our Instagram. We're actually going to post a poll, and you let us know. Who is it? Is it Nintendo or is it Sega? Like I mentioned, you can go on our Instagram on 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio and go ahead and make your selection. Who is it? Nintendo or Sega? With that being said, we're going to continue with more music. And next up, we have an artist who is quickly growing and just amazing at what he does and just changing the whole rap game in Southwest. Let's give it up to Sombra, and this song is called Bucana.
Stop playing with these niggas. Eternal.
Traigo botas y tejanas como ranas. Saben dónde vivo si me traen ganas. No te confío si tú te llamas Ana. Fuck that Henny si me traen una bucana. Traigo botas y tejanas como ranas. Saben dónde vivo si me traen ganas. No te confío si tú te llamas Ana. Fuck that Henny si me traen una bucana. No quiero la fama, no más la lana. You buy views, me dijo tu hermana. You can't be me, te está saliendo canas. I just be chillin', man, drinking una caguama. Tú me vistes hace unas semanas. Te tiré el barrio y tú no hiciste nada. Tenías miedo, lo miré en tu mirada. A mí me gustan las mujeres casadas. Soy mexicano que le gustan los corridos. Muchos me quieren tumbar, pero aquí sigo. Como profe sofocado en lo mío. Ustedes no ganan porque son muy creídos. Hay muchos datos que ya han caído. Si no conocen, no abren de lo que pido. En mi vida soy el único que decido. Hablan mucho pero no saben que he vivido. Trago botas y tejanas como ranas. Saben dónde vivo si me traen ganas. No te confío si tú te llamas Ana. Fuck that Henny si me traen una bucana. Trago botas y tejanas como ranas. Saben dónde vivo si me traen ganas. No te confío si tú te llamas Ana. Fuck that Henny si me traen una bucana. No viro mis raíces, soy vaquero. No soy como otros, no presumo de dinero. Tengo amigos que te mandan derecho hacia el cielo. Vatos de calle como Eri, somos unos guerreros. Que toquen esa canción, neves de enero. Rezo a mis anjuditas, es siempre lo primero. Para que cuide a la gente que yo más quiero. No te olvides, culero, yo soy el mero mero. Trago botas y tejanas como ranas. Saben dónde vivo si me traen ganas. No te confío si tú te llamas Ana. Fuck that Henny si me traen una bucana. Trago botas y tejanas como ranas. Saben dónde vivo si me traen ganas. No te confío si tú te llamas Ana. Fuck that Henny si me traen una bucana.
Yeah, that was Sombra with Bucana. And we're going to continue with some more music. Next up, we have another gospel artist. Well, a gospel artist we played earlier in the show, and you get to hear him again right now. This is Born Bishop, and this is Put My City On.
Yeah. I ain't even got to look. I know they all remember me, I see it in their eyes. I used to run the city hanging with them guys, but they so selfish, see it in their eyes. They can't even look, can't even give a ride. They just being quiet, watch my team die. But they see me living, know that I'm alive. Yes, my life has changed, I'm not the same inside. I remember days I used to beg for rides. Yeah, I put my city on, my city on. Now look, my city gone, my city gone. Most of them is dead, yeah, the rest is on. Yeah, I put my city on, my city on.
Put my city on, and I ain't never gonna fall. I swear I put my city on, and I ain't never gonna fall. I ain't gotta prove to you what I did and what I didn't. I ain't gotta know the truth, what I did and who I did it for. I put my city on, and we ain't never gonna fall.
Yeah, I ain't never told nobody that they owe me nothing. I'ma make it on my own, I ain't need nothing. Walked away from situations, didn't leave with nothing. I let my soul leave my body, didn't leave with nothing. But I'm still here today, I got everything. I took the yoke up off my life, I had a heavy chain. All the days of my life, it was heavy rain. Now I'm still here today, boy, watch me rain. Watch me dance in the rain, watch me do it. Every day of my life, I stay fluent. And I'm smiling, loving in my life. You can't do this cause you loving the night.
Put my city on, and I ain't never gonna fall. I swear I put my city on, and I ain't never gonna fall. I ain't gotta prove to you what I did and what I didn't. I ain't gotta know the truth, what I did and who I did it for. I put my city on, and we ain't never gonna fall.
What's up? Shout out to the extra Celestials, to last family, you know, gave us our chance at this, man. Took us up out the streets, put us in the studio, you know. Shout out to the homie, truly, you know, holla at you, my dog. When I get to the other side, man. about you, Nina. Not at all. You was part of the team too from the jump. Yeah. See you when I get there. See you when I get there. Rest easy.
Yeah, shout out to Born Bishop with that dope track. We're going to continue with some more music. And shout out to Chi-Town. You know, Chi-Town has been heavy on our playlist today. And just shout out to all them artists tapping in from Chicago. Next up, we got Ex Soto, and this is called Poderoso.
Okay, my shots fired 1754.
Criminal.
You get it around
Dele, pelele, se atreve el que quiere que aquí en mi barrio toditos las pueden. Yo me presento, soy poderoso, te mando pa'l pozo. Lo que te haré será muy horroroso. Miras borroso, no andes de placoso. Para mí eres un pinche mocoso. No te estimo, no te contradigo, soy un mito nazi. Antes de Cristo lo que digo, lo repito, lo matamos, lo chingamos, no paramos. Siempre cargo yo los gramos, de cabeza te mochamos. Te juro que no robamos porque no necesitamos que no se te haga raro. Si amaneces degollado en la esquina de mi barrio por lo que está pasando, tu familia está rezando y a la vez está llorando. Mira, mira, mira como yo me meto. Aquí no hay mucho respeto, te pongo en aprieto, yo me comprometo. Que eres obsoleto, defiendo mi barrio y no te dejo salir. Vas a insistir, te la voy a partir, aquí mueren varios. X Soto trae la enfermedad, por eso no me pueden parar. No pueden conmigo porque son de papel, son como el WhatsApp. Te dejo en visto, listo, listo. Me pongo un pisto, llego, improviso. A tu vieja yo he desvisto, que si has visto. Soy el mentor, soy el salvador, no soy el terror, soy aterrador. Mueres de calor, saco la cora, escucha clock, clock. Guacha el reloj, llegó la hora de tu muerte. Mazo, mazo, guacha tus pasos. Yo te tiro de balazos, andan ondeados sin el fracaso. Los robo y los dejo descalzos. Mazo, mazo, guacha tus pasos. Yo te tiro de balazos, andan ondeados sin el fracaso. Los robo y los dejo descalzos. Mazo, mazo, guacha tus pasos. Yo te tiro de balazos, andan ondeados sin el fracaso. Los robo y los dejo descalzos. Mazo, mazo, guacha tus pasos. Yo te tiro de balazos, andan ondeados sin el fracaso. Los robo y los dejo descalzos. Mira nomás y luego mira para atrás, porque tú nunca sabrás de lo que yo sea capaz. Gonna lock you up, I'm gonna fuck you up. CF Ex Soto, straight to the top. Soy un barro donde cuando sales a jugar vas a mirar varios drogados queriendo robar. Del tingo al tango yo te bailo hasta un guapango. Soy del estado de Durango, tengo un nivel, no me van a joder. Yo tengo el poder, mira como tiro pico, luego yo me rico. Porque siempre yo me exijo a los putazos, siempre me rico. Traigo la acción, causo mucha conmoción. Soy de la división, gano en el ajedrez, en el GTA. Te rameo como en el juego San Andrés. Ya sangraste como una mujer al final del mes. Pero mira como pego, aquí no hay palabreo. Pero mira como tiembla, se llenaron de tinieblas. Lo que se escucha se siembra, yo te entierro hasta las piedras. Dime todo lo que quieras, mi familia está primera. De la cuna a la tumba, aquí todo se estructura. Saca la escopeta que conmigo se revienta. Yo maté a más de 50, te juro que aquí se sientan. Aquí todos se completan, siempre llego a la meta. Lo digo de pura neta, yo sacamos la vereta. Estos pendejos ya respetan, porque saben que aquí conmigo se acomplejan. Hijos de la perca saben que yo represento. Mira como yo le tiro, mira como yo le hago. Te tiro de tiros, mira como es. Guacha nomás la fluidez. X Soto, puta. CCCFM.
Man, that was some straight heat from Ex Soto with Poderoso from Chi-Town. So, dope song by Ex Soto, and we're going to continue this in just a minute with more music. But for now, let's get into the weather report. What's going on? Speaking of heat, speaking of rain, I should say, it was a rainy day yesterday for our area specifically. During the nighttime, it got a little, thundery and lightning everywhere, and it was just looking like we were going to be out of power again, and thankfully that didn't happen. So for the next 5 days, we're bringing you the weather report. Right now it is 76 degrees in Detroit, partly cloudy. There's no chance of rain. Hopefully for the next 5 days it's going to be nice and dry. No rain in the forecast. Tomorrow is going to be a high of 77 with a low of 61. On Friday, high of 82 with a low of 65. It's going to be mostly sunny on Friday. On Saturday, it's going to be partly cloudy, 77 degrees high with a low of 57. And for Sunday, it's going to be 81 degrees with a low of 62. And it's going to be mostly sunny and no rain in the forecast for the next 5 days. And that is all good news. So that is the weather report brought to you by the Weather Channel. And this is Rocky Road 313. You're listening to 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio. And let's continue with some more music. Next up, we have an artist that submitted some music a couple of days ago. And we want to give him a shout out. This is Bulldog. This next song is called Amor Diverso.
Baby, getting big and sassy.
Le entregué mi arrogancia al sol y le quité los temas a las estrellas. Mis penas se las di a la luna, amor. O dime qué puedo hacer yo con ellas. Le entregué mi arrogancia al sol y le quité los temas a las estrellas. Mis penas se las di a la luna, amor. O dime qué puedo hacer yo con ellas. Empalágame de besos, asfixiame con tus caricias. Quiero con mis besos adentrarme en tus colinas, perderme en tu silueta como niño en el mercado. El alma solicita aunque el pasado lo ha marcado. Esa mirada tuya la cual secuestra mi atención. Tu voz, mi droga, pues oírte es mi adicción. Es tu aura, mi ilusión. Te agarro como un libro y voy a la introducción. Pues le entregué mi arrogancia al sol y le quité los temas a las estrellas. Mis penas las llevo a la tumba, amor. Pues no quiero que tú lidies con ellas. Tu pasado te tiene marcada. Súbele el volumen de tus besos, bájale a tu drama y encendamos esas llamas. Déjate colonizo, me deshago de tus mallas. Si es que fría tú te hallas, deja derrito tu Antártica. Eres más que una fanática. En mis voces haces dobles, eres toda una maniática. El dulce veneno que tanto me intoxica. Aunque tu amor es mi cultura, tu mirada es muy pura. Tu palabra todo pura, tu palabra toda una locura.
Sí, toda una locura. Sabes que quiero cruzar tus mares como si fuera ballena, transformarme en una fiera como si tu alma fuese luna llena. Sí, ¿sabes por qué? Porque
le entregué mi arrogancia al sol y le quité los temas a las estrellas. Mis penas se las di a la luna, amor. O dime qué puedo hacer yo con ellas. Aún recuerdo cuando se cruzaron las miradas, manos sudadas, palabras trabadas, pues nuestras gamas lentamente conectaban. Sin darme cuenta, mi atención y alma secuestraban. No lo oí, no lo vi, simplemente lo sentí. Cuando menos me di cuenta, tu esencia estaba en mí. Pero ¿qué es lo que pasa? No creí en el amor, pues lo invertí en la finanza. Porque cuando ella pasa, siento erupciones de mariposas en la panza. Desnivelada la balanza, pues Cupido y corazón están planeando una alianza. Aquí están las llaves del corazón, tu nombre plasmado en mi libreta. Tu nombre es lo que inspira a este don y no quiero jugar más la ruleta. Le entregué mi arrogancia al sol y le quité los temas a las estrellas. Mis penas se las di a la luna, amor. O dime qué puedo hacer yo con ellas. Le entregué mi arrogancia al sol y le quité los temas a las estrellas. Mis penas se las di a la luna, amor. O dime qué puedo hacer yo con ellas.
Man, Chi-Town rolling heavy today on 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio. Shout out to all the artists from Chi-Town, from Chicago, and from one artist in Bulldog. We continue with two more artists from Chicago. This is Jay Nava featuring Ex Soto, Marcando Territorio.
la nada, mi música es sagrada. Dicen que mi lírica es mala, a mí todos se les resbala. Porque todos los que hablan no han hecho nada por la cultura. Poco tiempo rapeando, lo estamos logrando, le vamos ganando. Seguimos al mando, siempre controlando. Por todos los barrios andamos ondeados. Pinche cagapalos, doy golpe de estado. Y mi estado es Durango, represento Gage Parque, es mi barrio por cierto. Guacha, guacha, carnal, no lo voy a contar. Mejor lo voy a cantar, te lo voy a hablar, te lo voy a hablar. Soy profesional, yo voy a ganar, te voy a humillar, no me van a parar. Dicen que mis rimas son violentas, pero violenta es la realidad. Que vivimos en la calle, hablas mucho y no sabes. Llego y no sales, muevo mis jales. No tengo amistades porque no son reales. Marco mi territorio, ya firmaste tu velorio. ¿Dónde está de la fregada? Mira cómo siempre llego, yo le doy la barra para de cerrar. Pero ya me enfaden, es que nunca se bañan porque sus rimas están saladas. Me apuntan sargento, yo entro, me conecto, yo me concentro. Hey, siempre se gana el respeto, no seas asoleto. Que yo soy un rapero de tiempo completo. Yeah.
Marcando el territorio, con todo mi repertorio. El cori me hace coro, brindamos por los logros. Marcando el territorio, con todo mi repertorio. El cori me hace coro, brillamos más que el oro. Marcando el territorio, con todo mi repertorio. El cori me hace coro, brindamos por los logros. Marcando el territorio, con todo mi repertorio. El cori me hace coro, brillamos más que el oro. Tomando territorio, ahora que me escuchan varias chicas gritan y una que otra mojo. Haters mojo, jojo, ahora miran feo de lo tan ardidos. Ya se miran rojos, mexa represento verde, blanco y rojo. Venimos del lodo a lo Derrick Rose, MVP my flow. Más tan cabrón, music ni se diga a lo Rick Rose. Puesto pa'l negocio, pa' mí es de serie. Si no eres real, aquí no te quiero. Me subestimaron, las reglas del juego fueron pa' romperse. Y eso no lo vieron en cada concierto. La farma creciendo sin ninguna levo, la estamos haciendo. La guale creciendo, no estamos haciendo. Y todas las fronteras estamos rompiendo. El territorio, con todo mi repertorio. El cori me hace coro, brindamos por los logros. Marcando el territorio, con todo mi repertorio. El cori me hace coro, brillamos más que el oro. Marcando el territorio, con todo mi repertorio. El cori me hace coro, brindamos por los logros. Marcando el territorio, con todo mi repertorio. El cori me hace coro, brillamos más que el oro.
From Chi-Town straight to the 313, we got a very talented artist. Next up, we have King Quota, and this is called Chingon.
Mafia shit, bitch. Still ride my dick like a rodeo. Clip longer than the nose, I'm Pinocchio. Y'all out here dick sucking strangers, that's a glory hole. All you niggas real sweet like Oreo. Dog, I got to wear these lines, El Yanka bitch. I tell a bitch I love her, and I don't even want the bitch. I ain't gon' cap, I'm just bored, ain't it obvious? Baby, I just want the head to be the sloppiest. Best I ever had, the best you ever did. If the pussy great, then I'ma give you a kiss. Especially if you the prettiest. A lot of these niggas raps are the shittiest. Is that basura? Watch out for the hooter. I will never stop drinking, so I don't get a cooler. I'm really in the milfs, I ain't in the cougars. Unless they firing like Nora, then I nothing to them. I'm a nasty motherfucker that is frustrating. It's hard to find a bitch with good sex and imagination. Baby, I just want the pussy, I ain't in the dating. Unless I tell you otherwise, baby, let's do anal. Hit it from all angles, do the truffle butter. I don't care how good it is, I will not cover. My 28s, I scuffed them mad than a motherfucker. And to make it worse, I just got them 2 months ago. I don't even want them anymore, I don't feel comfortable. Why these niggas sticking, they're untouchable. Yo, bitch, fuckable, I eat her like a Lunchable. Y'all mad King Quarter's real lovable? Everybody love me, and everybody hates me. I ain't Christian Raymond, this ain't a TV station. I treat this like a stand-up comedy. I clown all you niggas in the audience. I'm just trying to ball like a vato hit the lottery. So I can buy up a bunch of property. Then I flip it, always on my pivot. Like my big brother Prophet haciendo movidas. Yo tengo las pilas puestas, nunca se me olvida. Mi jefe me enseñó lo más importante es familia. Con mi cuerno los protejo con mi vida hasta la muerte. El día que me muera con mis pistolas me entierren. También la mamalona pa' que nadie la maneje. Y chingue a su madre todos los oponentes. Y los contrarios, que ni son de barrios, no son de la calle y se creen muy malandros. La mafia represento, soy un vato respetado. Soy de ley, eres güey si te cruzas a este lado. Yo de morro quise ser sicario, pero ser patrón es chingón a lo macho. Cuida donde andes porque locos estos vatos de la mafia eterna. Yo te quemo con balazos. Good boys, the motherfucking mafia, nigga.
Yeah, that was King Quota with Chingon. Now, many of you might not know that today is the start of Hispanic Heritage Month. And there's a reason why I'm wearing this t-shirt today, LWO, Latino World Order. And that's just to honor Hispanic Heritage Month. And today, we actually wanted to talk about one specific Hispanic who just completely gave a voice to Latinos. And we're talking about none other than, himself, Mr. Cesar Chavez. Cesar Chavez was an immigrant, or, he was Mexican-American, actually. He was actually born in Yuma, Arizona, and he was an American civil rights activist. Like I mentioned, he was from Arizona with Mexican-American heritage. His family, his parents were Mexican-American. And what many don't know was that, he founded the National Farm Workers Association, which later then transformed to the United Farm Workers of America. And he won important victories to raise pay and improve working conditions for farm workers in the late 1960s and 1970s. Unfortunately, Cesar Chavez ended up passing away in the 90s. I believe it was 93. When he passed away. But what a difference he made. What a voice he was for Latinos, especially for the Mexican American people, the Chicanos. In my opinion, Cesar Chavez, he showed what true leadership, what courage, and just was a voice for the immigrants that weren't very vocal. A lot of them, even today, we see a lot of Latinos and Hispanics just going through racial, problems. Sometimes it's very hard for them to speak because one thing that they are very afraid of is just being sent back to where they came from, even if they just have a voice to speak or even if they say something that is, politically wrong in some people's views. So for me, Cesar Chavez, like I mentioned, he was just a voice for the immigrants. And today, at the start of Hispanic Heritage Month, we honor Mr. Cesar Chavez for his bravery, to fight against the rights of immigrants. And for that, we want to say gracias. Gracias, for giving Latinos a voice. Today, Latinos are making their voices heard by breaking barriers and becoming leaders. Lately, I've been hearing about Latinos, specifically in school. I heard a report not too long ago that a young woman, a teenager who just finished high school, was the very first of her family, thanks to her family that migrated from Jalisco. They're obviously Mexican. And that's a big risk that Latinos have to take, especially Mexican immigrants, and not just Mexicans, but just the Hispanic people in general, people from Central America, from South America. They leave their countries to go and support and fully have a different view of life and just support their family, give them what they deserve and just a better future for their families. So a lot of parents who have crossed to the United States, I just want to give a shout out and props to them for taking a risk. When you leave your country, you're risking it all. You're risking everything that you have, this lifestyle of just continuing to follow through every single day, getting out of that comfort zone. So leaving your country to go to a whole different country, especially a country that can be very racist sometimes. And I got to show love to America. I'm not against, the United States at all. I'm an American citizen, and my father, he's actually Mexican. He's a Mexican citizen. He's a U.S. resident. But my point is just the risk that these parents give. And what I was talking about with the young woman was she was the first in her family to go to college. And not just college, but she was accepted to Harvard. And that is a big, big step for Latinos because this young woman, I think she makes like a 3 or 5. Don't quote me on that, but it's just a small percentage of Hispanics and Latinos in general to be accepted to the University of Harvard. And for some, Harvard is like the best that you can go. Like that is the very best school in all of America to go to. So just a huge shout out to all the families to all the parents that migrated from their countries to give their children a better future. And for that, right now, Latinos are breaking barriers and just moving forward and stepping up and being a voice. So for that, we want to honor Mr. Cesar Chavez on the first day of Hispanic Heritage Month. And I don't know, Temple, you want to add anything to that, bro?
Oh no, man! I'm pretty sure you hit everything on the spot, bro. Like you said, it's today's just the perfect day, especially the very first day to honor somebody so important to the Latino community, the Latino people. For past generations and generations to come, it's we should be forever thankful for this man. I went to high school that was named after him, so that was kind of cool, to grow up and have a piece of him, not even knowing him, him, not even knowing him at all, and having a piece of him affect my life like that is, it's a big, impact for me, I guess you could say, because a lot of the school principles were based off of core principles that he believed in. So kind of felt like I was learning from the man himself.
Yeah.
So like you said, just give thanks for the guy today, because he is a very, very important figure in the Latino community. So that being said, I think I'm gonna go get a tattoo of him. I might get a tattoo of him.
There you go. What more can we say? Just like Z said, I actually went from elementary up to 8th grade in Cesar Chavez, and I just think it's dope to see a school named after not just any Latino. It could have been Canelo Alvarez High School for all we care.
Right, exactly.
But no, it has to be somebody who was actually a voice. I mean, props to Canelo. He's a Mexican fighter. He's a Mexican boxer, and he's dope. But, this is a different type of fight.
Yeah.
And Cesar Chavez was the one to fight for the voices of the immigrants, and I just think it's so special that we honor him today. So, kicking off Hispanic Heritage Month, we just want to give huge gracias to Cesar Chavez. And with that being said, thank you so much for joining us. 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio. You heard it first. And we're going to end the show tonight with just a banger of a corrido, to end this dope show for today. Thank you for joining us. And we'll be back tomorrow at the same time, 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 Central, and 2 Pacific. So, for all our listeners, thank you so much. Continue to show support. Continue to go on Facebook and like our page, 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio, and follow us on Instagram, 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio. And just a huge shout out, huge thanks to all the Latinos making a voice, letting their voices be heard. And this is 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio, and we're going to finish it off with Los de la Nueva Herencia, and this is called Sin Frenos.
Los de la Nueva Herencia, ya se la saben. Los del 313. Diario me han preguntado cómo es que hago tantas rolas, pero yo nunca les digo porque siempre van a llegar las copias. Es que yo siempre ando en lo mío, con un gallo, con dos, con eso me concentro. Yo nomás agarro la pluma y escribo lo que ando pensando. No me importa tu opinión, ni que fueras mi patrón. La bolsa no es fácil, pero de una forma u otra hay que subirnos. Mucha gente dicen que son chivos, pero no conocen el rollo. Slap that shit, caballero. Un grupito en el pasado pensaron que iban a hacerme menso, ni que fuera un niñito con una paleta. Mejor me la pelan y síganle en lo suyo, ni con suerte van a reemplazarme. Yo soy alguien incomparable. Ya dejen eso de la música, mejor encuentren algo que les jale. Siempre nos vamos avanzando, compa George. Compa Tony, compa Mauri, a
Salados, viejo. Yo sé que va a llegar la gente diciendo que estoy copiando, pero la verdad no me importa lo que ustedes digan, porque este estilo yo lo hago mucho mejor. Sin frenos vamos avanzando, en esta vida escalando, cumpliendo metas como dijo mi padre. Si pasa por tu mente, pasa por tu vida. Mis rolas están sonando, yo sé que ya le está gustando. Mejor ya suben al volumen y repitan la rola por otro rato.
Where your mom's at?